2 Filipinos arrested for the killing of Major George Anicaw. Hello my friends, and welcome back. For those of you that are here for the first time, I want to suggest that you click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos and motivational videos on an almost daily basis. Hey, today I want to talk to you about 2 Filipinos arrested for the killing of Major George Anicaw in the Philippines. 2 Filipinos arrested for the killing of Major George Anicaw in the Philippines. Now, this is a continuation of our series on crime in the Philippines. And as many of you recall, I initially did a video on Major George Anicaw several weeks ago.
And he was a little tipsy, a little inebriated. He was walking down the street, going to one of his buddy's house, and he got to the guard at the gate where his buddy lived. His buddy lived in a very exclusive residence called the Rockwell area. He went to the guard and asked him what time the gates would be open. The guard told him 5:30. So the next thing you know, a car comes up. And the guard stops the car and said, "Sir, I need your ID." In the vehicle, there were 4 men. George became agitated and said to the men in the car, "Respect the guard, respect the guard. Show him your ID, show him your ID." And he just kept going on and on. And the people in the car got very agitated. The men got very agitated. Long story short, they showed George, they showed the police, they showed the guard their ID. They got, and then George kept on trying to agitate the men in the car. Next thing you know, when the car tried to pull off, George hit the back of the car. The men in the car stopped, and the 4 men approached George face to face. George knocked down one of the men. Next thing you know, all 4 men were on top of George, running, trying to get him. Now George did okay. He fought the men off for a few minutes. He couldn't do it. It was 4 of them. Next thing you know, George is running for his life. The men finally caught up with him. They assaulted him. George met his demise.
And so now there's some breaking news. The perpetrators that did the killing of Major George Anicaw have been caught, captured, and arrested by the NBI, National Bureau of Investigation for the Philippines. Now, these guys have been on the loose for 5 years running fugitives from the law, and they were finally apprehended. So I'm very thankful about that because, and I'm going to give you a recap of why I'm so thankful. I'll recap the situation, what happened to Major George Anicaw of the Marines. Back in 2012, Major George Nicao was assigned to the Philippines for the security team of the U.S. Embassy. His wife was working here in Manila as well, when he has 3 children. So, after about 2 months of being here, Major George Nicao was walking home, and as he approached the gate, he started talking with the guard, and the car pulls up, and he had words with the people in the car. There were 4 Filipino men in the car. As the car pulled off, George tapped the car with his hand. Filipino men stopped, got out the car, and all 4 men were arrested, but only 2 of the men were charged and convicted. They were charged and convicted of murder. However, they appealed to the judge, and the judge's name was Winlove Dumayas. They appealed to him to reduce the charges. He reduced the charges from murder to homicide. And in the Philippines, there's a huge difference between murder and homicide. Homicide is a lesser charge and it's a lesser penalty. Murder is the most severe of all. So the charges were reduced to homicide. They then filed for probation and they got off. They were given 6 years probation, up to 6 years probation for the charge of homicide. After they got out, they were on the run, and they've been fugitive for 5 years. So the NBI finally caught these guys, and they're now behind bars. No one knows whether their charges are going to be changed from homicide to murder or not. But the main thing is that they have been caught and they are behind bars. So, bottom line, friends, whenever you're dealing with Filipinos, avoid any confrontation. Avoid any conflict. If you have to walk away, walk away. Somebody said 2 wrongs don't make a right. So whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Walk away. Move on. Do not try to start a conflict. And if someone's trying to start a conflict with you, walk away. It's not worth your life. Question of the day. How can you avoid conflicts with Filipinos in the Philippines? Leave your comments for me in the comment section of this video. And as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is Bobby D saying take care. Bless.